Good morning, my friends. This is Buddha's Meditation Manual. I am Lama Jigme Gyatso. Welcome to the Buddha Joy Meditation School. This is a commentary on the Mahasatipatthana Sutta, which could be translated into English as the Greater Discourse upon the Four Bases of Mindfulness. We are on the last set of contemplations in the first base. We are exploring the macabre contemplations of the 9 stages of decomposition of a body. This is a rather visceral exploration of impermanence that does not rely upon dogma or belief, but on imagination and observation. For although we might not have watched a human cadaver decay over many months, we have stumbled upon dead bodies. We've come across, birds and whatnot. And if you've ever lived with a cat or lived with a dog, they've made, there are very few cats who have not made mincemeat out of the bird or squirrel or bunny rabbit. No kid who's ever owned a fish has ever not given it a burial at sea in the toilet. There is no life that has not been touched by death. Though many well-meaning parents try to protect their children from it, we live upon a planet that has a 100% mortality rate. This exploration of the following 4 exercises will be a lot more meaningful if we're actually looking at a text. So if you have not already, please download the latest version of the free PDF using the first link in the doodly-doo. The name of the text is Buddha's Techniques and Lao Tzu's Principles. It's updated 3 to 7 times a week, so if I was you, I would update it almost daily. Why not? It's free. So what I recommend is you download it to your device, then you download the free Kindle app to your smartphone. This Kindle app will help you generate a email address for your Kindle device or app. That way you can email the PDF you want to read it on your app, which makes life much easier. That way you're not shackled to your computer. Of course, ultimately, if you practice twice a day, every day, you'll memorize it, which would be lovely, but it's a long-term project, so download the free app. I invite you to please join me on page 41. In the previous exercise, we contemplated the appearance of a swollen, blue, and festering corpse. Ew. One of the ways scientists assure us that humans are not natural-born carnivores is our reaction to the scent of putrefaction. When we experience that scent, we are repelled, and rightfully so, for putrefaction creates compounds that are toxic to humans and are rather long, herbivorous alimentary canals. But to a carnivore with a short alimentary canal, putrefaction smells tantalizing. When you're going for a walk with a dog you may be friends with, a dog, if it smells roadkill, will lose its mind and stick its snout right into it and act like this is the most delicious thing, most tantalizing thing it's ever seen. Same thing with a cat. A cat comes upon a freshly dead body. Its it's ready to eat. We don't have that same reaction. So, having said that, it should come as no real surprise that the first exercise on this page reads as follows. A corpse eaten by animals, what could that look like? Quick reminder, these are rhetorical questions. It is not our job to answer these questions. We merely silently and mentally repeat them in coordination with our breathing. Also, on the out-breath, in addition to repeating, we're also relaxing. So repeat, coordinate, and relax is the key to this path. Let's do that now. A corpse eaten by animals, what could that look like? I do not know if you are as geeky as I, but I know back in the 90s I was a great big fan of the X-Files. And in one episode, there was a man who could see how people were going to die. And he was appalled that his next-door neighbor, when she was going to die, after a few days had passed and her cadaver no longer smelled like her body, her dog, her Pomeranian, would begin eating her. He was appalled at that. Apparently he forgot that dogs are dogs. They are predatory pack animals, not adverse or averse to scavenging. We might domesticate them and give them frilly outfits and cute names, but that's what they are. And they serve an integral part in an ecosystem that we have done our very best to pave over. The second contemplation is the standard one. How could this body end up like that? All of us tend to have a very high opinion of ourselves. We laugh at kitty cats, for they often act like they are royalty, but we are not much different, are we? But when we pass, the bodies we leave behind are not terribly regal, whether swelling with foul-smelling chemicals or being lunch for a quadruped. Our demise is not glamorous, but it is a wonderfully glaring example of change. Be it coarse or subtle, change is our constant. Third exercise on this page is as follows. A corpse reduced to a meaty skeleton, relaxing. I take that back. A corpse reduced to meaty skeleton, how or what could that look like? When I consider this exercise, I'm reminded of my youth. I was not raised vegan. Like most folks, I was raised omnivorous. There were times my family had beef ribs. There were times my family had pork ribs or spare ribs. And I remember my mother was very meticulous about nibbling all the meat off the bones. That never really appealed to me. If But no matter how meticulous Mother was, the dog could always do a much better job. A corpse reduced to a meaty skeleton, what could that look like? There is no appropriate response to these meditations. Some people are disgusted and sickened. Some people think it humorous and they find it funny. It's not our job to select our emotional response. Rather, it is our job to be aware of what we're feeling and to relax to the best of our capacity during each out-breath. And as you've probably predicted, the fourth and final exercise of this set is, how could this body end up like that? The second link in the doodly-doo will tell you how you can sign up to participate in a live class. If you live in Southern California, you're invited to come on down to the Buddha Joy Meditation School. If not, you're welcome to participate via live webinar simulcast. The third link talks about fees. There are no fees. Some people make donations that are big, some make donations that are small. Some don't make any donations whatsoever. The only thing that's I demand from my students is they show up 5 minutes early to each class ready to learn, and then they use the techniques I gave them at least once every morning, at least once every evening, at least one every day. Otherwise, they're wasting their time. So that's it. Come 5 minutes early, use what you learn. That's it. If you've liked this, then be sure to click like and share and subscribe. Be sure to have fun exploring all the links in the doodly-doos. May you and yours be happy and healthy. Bye-bye now.